from hot bins at a batch plant. To collect samples of aggregate from a stockpile, you'll need a wooden board or metal plate to shield against segregation, a sampling spade, and a sample container. For each sampling location within a stockpile, place the shield just above the sampling area. This helps protect the sample from aggregates that segregate and roll down into the sampling area. Before taking the sample, remove 3 to 6 inches of the surface material so you can get inside the stockpile where there is less chance of segregation. Then, push the sampling spade into the cleaned area, remove the material, and empty it into the sample container, being careful to avoid spilling the material in the process. Then, repeat the procedure at the middle level of the stockpile, the top level of the stockpile, and the opposite side of the stockpile, so that the sample represents the whole stockpile. For aggregate sampling from a conveyor belt, most drum dryer plants have a mechanical sampling device that can divert the sample without stopping the belt. First, see that the sampling device is cleaned free of any loose material. Then the device is engaged to divert the aggregates from the belt. The fines that tend to cling to the device are brushed into the sample, and the sample is transferred to the sample container. Sometimes the belt must be stopped to take a sample. This is done to approve a mechanical device or when the plant does not have a mechanical device. To obtain an aggregate sample from a stopped belt, you'll need a sample container, a special template shaped to fit the conveyor belt, a shovel or scoop to remove most of the material, and a brush to remove the fines that the scoop cannot get. First, make sure that the conveyor is operating normally with a representative flow of aggregate. Then stop the conveyor and push the template down into the aggregate until it is flush with the belt, and remove the material from within the template, using the scoop for most of the material, and the brush to get all of the material within the template, including the fines. To obtain samples from batch plant hot bins, you'll need a special sampling device like this one. It should be long enough to interrupt the full flow of aggregate as it is discharged from the bin. First, allow some material to pass through so that the sample will be representative. Then slide the device under the full flow of discharge. Remove it and place the sample in a sample container. Then repeat the procedure for each hot bin, placing the sample from each bin in its own separate sample container.